Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias.
Hey everybody, Knife Chats with Tobias here, and well, I want to talk to you about something important that's happening with my channel, and this will be an example of what it is. This is the Clever Cleaver. This is like a fish cleaver I bought several years ago, and I've meant to do a video on this Clever Cleaver for years because I think it's pretty cool. I got a lot of fish cleavers, but this is the only Clever Cleaver I got. It's got a bottle opener up here. This is a meat tenderizer. This is actually like a pry. This is the cleaver edge. Could be sharper. You got a nail puller in the middle there, or you could use it maybe for pulling a camp steak or something. And then this is some kind of metal thing for getting onto caps and loosening them, so you can turn a cap with it and such. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Well, I've never really been able to do the video on it. I know all sorts of information about this, as well as my other fish cleavers that I have, but I just never seem to get around to getting that video made. And that's really what's tying into what I want to talk to you about right now. If you're familiar with the channel, you know that I basically release a new video every Wednesday and every Sunday, somewhere around between 11 and 2 o'clock, depending on if I'm available to do a premiere so that I can actually chat with people. Sometimes I'll push it into the noon hour or a little later in the day so that I'll be able to talk to people, chat with people. I rarely do anything live. I don't do live chats very often because, I suck at it. Let me put it that way. I just really suck at doing a live chat. So that's why I usually do like my almost live. I do that once a month. And if you've noticed, I've also started doing something called Another Fixed Blade Friday Night. That was originally going to be something that would be happening every week. My goal is still to try and get it to every week, doing Another Fixed Blade Friday Night. But as it is, I'm lucky if I can do it once a month. Okay, sorry, I had to stop the camera for a second so I could have a coughing fit. That's one of the reasons I don't do live videos too often, because sometimes I end up having the cough, and if you start coughing all over the place, who wants to hear that? And if I'm doing it almost live, I can edit out the coughs, or I can edit out other noises, background noises, things of that nature. That's why I prefer to do an almost live. It takes me a little bit of time to do a video. I do editing afterwards. You see the slideshows and all that stuff. I suppose I don't need to do all that. I could also make shorter videos. I'm sure a lot of people would like it if I made shorter videos, but that's not me. I like to ramble, and I like to kind of shoot the breeze, and so I do that. I get it. Some people would like. I'm even one of those people. I will often, when I'm trying to find out specific information about something, I will go to YouTube and I'll start looking for it, and there will be times when it's like, oh, okay, that video is 20 minutes long. That's not the video I need. This one over here is 5 minutes. I'm going to take a look at that, and it's like, oh crap. All the person is doing is showing slides. There's no voice. I want to hear a voice, so I'll switch over and everything else. That's cool. I do that myself. Sometimes all I want is the answer, and I'm looking for the answer. I'm not looking for somebody shooting the breeze, which is kind of what I'm doing now, and I haven't even gotten to the point of what this is about. Let me stop digressing so much and get to the point. And that point is membership. If you notice, there's that little membership button that shows up on my YouTube channel, and I have not created a membership area yet. Matter of fact, that's not true. I have created the entire membership area that I need all I have to do is hit a button, and if I push that button, the membership area will be created, and people would be able to join the channel as members and end up paying what is it, a $1.99 a month for one level and $4.99 a month for another level. And depending on what level you join at, you get different things as a member. And I do have some items that I would be giving out, like my stickers, my Knife Chat stickers, and then there's other things that you need to do in there, like have added content just for the memberships and things of that nature. And that I even have quite a bit of that content saved up to put in there, things that I had made that I wanted to just go out to the members. Some of that stuff I look at and it's like, man, that's kind of second rate. That's not fair. I mean, why should a person pay money to see that when I have better content on my regular channel? The content in the membership area should be at least as good as the content on my regular channel. At least in my opinion, it should. So, and that's why I just haven't launched it yet, because I don't feel that the content that I have for that membership area is up to snuff. I don't think I have enough product to give to people who are joining in the membership area. Yes, I was planning on running special giveaways just for memberships, which is a nice thing to do, but that's not enough either. I mean, I could be doing that for regular visitors, regular subscribers to the channel, and I keep meaning to do giveaways for the channel, and I haven't done one of those in a while. I just passed 4,000. That should have been, oh, here's my 4,000 subscriber giveaway. I did not do one because, quite frankly, I just don't have the time right now. I'm struggling just to get my Wednesday and Sunday stuff up. Matter of fact, if you notice, the Bigfoot knife was a fixed blade. That was going to be a video for another fixed blade Friday night, but I did not have content for my regular Wednesday and Friday videos, so that fixed blade knife became a regular content video for a Wednesday, I believe, because I needed content. And that's the thing. If I'm struggling right now just to get the Wednesday and Sunday content up, is this really a good time to launch a membership so that people could actually pay me money, pay me additional money for additional content that they're not going to get? And I can't do that. A good friend of mine used to say, when talking about doing a job, he'd say, if you got a task, big or small, do it right or not at all. And you know, a silly little rhyme, but there's a lot of truth to that. And right now, at this point in my life, I cannot, in my eyes, do a membership area correctly. And until I can do that membership area correctly, I'm not going to do one, because I do not expect people to give me money for something that's basically half-assed. I can't do that. I don't like to be ripped off, and I sure don't want to rip off other people. Let me put it that way. So that's why right now my area for membership is completely on hold. I hope you understand why. At the same time, another thing is happening, and that is my email address that I've been giving to people, the one, what is it, knifechats@yahoo.com. I have a hard time getting to it. I'm lucky if I can actually check that email address once a week. I usually just use that email address so that people could get a hold of me in the event of a giveaway. so that they would be able to get a hold of me easily. And I would check it when there was a giveaway or something, but then people started using it all the time for other things. That's not my primary email address. My primary email address is actually a Gmail account. You'll see it down here. That's a better address to actually get a hold of me at, and I will in the future just use that email address even in my giveaways. My Gmail account, it's probably the better way for people who want to talk to me directly to get a hold of me. But I'll tell you right now, if I feel like you're stalking me or something, I will block you on my regular email address too. I don't have time. If you're going to be sending me negative waves or something like that, I'll just you'll just be blocked. You'll be marked as spam, and I won't listen to you anymore. I don't deal with negativity too well with that kind of stuff. I don't attack other people. I don't expect them to attack me. If I do attack somebody, or if I have attacked somebody, if I've wronged you in some way in the past, I apologize. It was not my intention. I do know that sometimes we all make mistakes. We all have missteps. In any case, I should probably edit all that part out. In any case, this is my address down here. Email me at that address, and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. That's also another thing. If you left a comment on one of my videos and you saw that I liked it and I hit the heart, it means I did read your comment and I really did appreciate your comment. I haven't had the chance to reply yet. I try to reply to everything, but quite frankly, I get a lot of comments and I can't reply to everything. But I do read every comment that comes in, and if I click the like button, I've read it. If I've clicked the like button and I've clicked the heart, I not only read it, but I liked what you had to say. I'm not going to give you a thumbs down. There's no reason to give a person a thumbs down. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But I like to see the thumbs down show up on my YouTubes. Usually that thumbs down shows up right after I share my page on the SMKW Army page. So I'm assuming that somebody on Facebook just doesn't like me. So as soon as I share one of my videos on SMKW Army, they run over to my page and they click that thumbs down and they run back away, which is kind of funny and hilarious. But anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough here. What you're going to see after all this rambling is some of the stuff that I was saving for the membership area. I figured I've already got some of the content made. I just as well share it with you now, and whenever I do decide to go ahead and open up the membership area, I will have new content by then. But some of this stuff was kind of interesting, and what the heck, it should at least be shared a little bit. So this is like the stuff the members might have been receiving, and now you can kind of say, yeah, I can see why you thought maybe it's not a good time to open your membership up yet. In any case, hope you enjoy it. Talk to you again soon.
And now for a brief word from our sponsors.
Singing the blues while the lady cats cry. Wild stray cat, you're a real gone guy. Hi, all you knife chatters. Look who came to visit. It's Kitty from Knife Chats with Tobias. And we're here to talk to you about something really important. Right, Kitty? Yeah. You want to get down? Okay. You want me to scratch your head? How about if we do this? Okay, that's better. Yeah, Tobias couldn't join us, so Kitty dropped by instead. And we've got a really exciting thing happening here at the Volcano Club. It's called Stray Cats Monday. Now, if you remember, we had this wonderful thing going called Machete Monday, but due to an unfortunate mishap, a judge mentioned that we might want to discontinue that for a while, and he suggested Stray Cats Monday as a way to pay back society, I guess is the way he phrased it. Something like that. In any case, drop by the Volcano Clubs on any given Monday, and there'll be plenty of stray cats available for you to adopt. Right, kitty? Anyway, like I always say, life's full of choices. Machete Monday wasn't a good one, I guess. But life's full of choices. Choose the Volcano Club. Skip out.
We now return to our show. Time for a Knife Chats members only extra.
Thought I'd talk about a couple Rough Rider knives that I have here. This is one of the earliest ones I ever picked up. This is the RR 350 Mini Canoe, and this one back here is the RR 351 Baby Sunfish in their imitation abalone. And from the numbers, I would hazard to guess that they came out around 2003 or 2004. As for this one, this was one of the very first Rough Rider knives that I ever picked up, and I picked this one up back in, well, around 2004 because the series had just come out when I grabbed it. I had probably bought about 2 or 3 other Rough Riders before picking this one up. This one had a minor issue with it. I have since fixed it. It seems to be working fine now. It basically had one of the blades was slightly out of alignment, and sometimes it would catch. And I can't even remember which blade was the issue anymore because now they both close just fine. But what I wanted to talk about there is look at that imitation abalone. This is imitation, but I tell you what, they did such a great job with it. This one here is another one. Look at that imitation abalone. It's some of the prettiest swirly plastic I've seen on a knife, to be honest with you. Yeah, nickel silver bolsters. You see the brass liners there. It's got hidden pins, match striker nail pulls, 448 stainless steel. Notice the long pulls on the Mini Canoe, which is like the case butterbean. Got the Rough Rider there. On the back side, it just says China. There's no pattern number listed. And then it's got the 440 razor sharp steel there. And then you have the small pin blade, also with the little Rough Rider horseshoe shield. No pattern number. And, well, just a beautiful little Mini Canoe. The other one I have in this is the small toothpick. While the Mini Canoe and the Baby Sunfish leaned more towards the blue colors, this one is kind of more in a brown and a purple, but just as flawless. And in this case, instead of the horseshoe shield, it has the signature, Rough Rider signature. So that leads me to think that either they were in the process of changing tang stamps at the time or something of that nature. Notice there, tested RR sharp, and then the same thing on the back. And this one is also just marked China, no pattern number. I have to put in what the toothpick is. I don't really have the pattern number off the top of my head. But this one I just managed to find and was able to pick up, and I really like the coloring on there. But if you notice, the blade here is a little proud. The main blade is a little proud. It's just barely touching right now. It was worse a little bit before, but I had to file down the kick on it a little bit, and that created a problem of my own design. So and I think that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this knife right now, because as great as this looks, by grinding down, like I said, the blade was a little prouder than it is now. You see how the backside one there just peaks a little bit too? Well, this one was peaking a little bit more than it is now. Probably just a hair, like about, well, let me see if I can show you. Probably about like that before. So it's just barely a little higher. And so I decided to grind down the kick a little bit. But by grinding down that kick a little bit, I have created a monster. And this is something that I was not expecting to have happen. So I guess this is kind of like a beware notification for folks out there, because we've talked about that before of, you know, if that blade is sticking up a little bit like that, well, if you grind down this kick a little bit, it'll drop the blade a bit. Well, guess what? It worked. It got it down a little bit more, but it has also made it so that I can barely get it open, because it has turned into a nail breaker to open this blade. The only way I can basically open it is using a little pry and getting it into there. And usually I have to stand up to do it, so I'm not probably going to do it on camera. Yeah, let me stand up and I'll get the blade open. Okay, so here we have it with the blade open. You got the Rough Rider signature on there, and you can see where I filed down the kick on the knife. I'll show you. There's a white smooth bone one. Notice that one opened up. See how much of the kick I had to take down. Not too much actually, but, well, maybe if you can see it. Not as much as you'd think, but enough. We went from Rough Rider to Always Ready. Actually like the Always Ready. I don't know which one of those I like better. Any case, here we have the one in the Stoneworks, and you can see this one is also a hard blade to open. You can't even see the horseshoe on this one because of how far down it is. So all of the blades are a little bit different. This one has the signature that you can barely see. This one is also a signature one. You can barely see the signature on there too. But my point is, these blades are already like a 7 or 8 to open on the little or the baby sunfish. Everyone who's had these will tell you that the blade is hard to open. The main blade is, it's just because it's so small. You've got a very stiff back spring working it and everything else, and so they are not easy to open. It's definitely an 8 or a 9 to open these little blades on the baby sunfish. Not my favorite pattern of sunfish, but I have them because I collect sunfish. But I just want to warn you, if the blade is a little proud, none of these other ones are proud. Yeah, all of the rest of them are good. But if that blade is a little proud, you're better off living with the blade being a little proud, the tip of the blade being a little proud, because once you grind that down a bit, you will increase the kick or the pull on here to taking that 8 or 9 into the 10 or 11 range. It becomes nearly impossible to just open the blade because of how tight it is. Yeah. So my own fault. I'm the one who made the little bit of change. But remember that when people talk about, well, you can always just grind down the kick, and that is something I have said many a time. What you're also doing is you're increasing the pull on the blade. So if you grind down that kick a little bit, get ready for the pull on your blade to increase. And if it's already a nail breaker, it's going to become an even bigger nail breaker. But in any case, doesn't that just look beautiful? Now to try and get another one. Oh well, that's life. Well, I bought one of those cheap little coin knives that you see on eBay and other places. I guess you'll find them at like Harbor Freight and everything else. And these are also one of those things that show up in the big box stores around Christmas time and Father's Day and everything else that you can buy for like $5 or so. And it's supposed to be like a keychain knife, and it's a coin knife, and it's basically about the size of a well, this one's a little bit bigger than the old US silver dollars. So well, and here we have it compared in size to a Swiss Army Classic SD. The size of it is, as you can tell, right at about 1.5 inches in diameter. And what they have is they have a knife blade that opens up. And in the case of this one, the reason this one is showing up in my micro tools is because of what's on the back side of this. Now sometimes they'll also have a can opener or something. This one doesn't have a can opener. It has a series of little screwdriver tips in there. So you got 2 flathead screwdrivers and 2 little Phillips drivers, and then you have a I think this is, I don't know, maybe an 1/8 inch. Yeah, about an 1/8 inch hex drive or Allen wrench, and then it also has about the same thing, a little Torx wrench, if it's going to fit whatever you happen to have for torquing. What I liked about it was the 2 little flathead screwdrivers, and also the 2 little Phillips drivers on there, which you can use for, well, these will work for your eyeglasses. This one's a little bit bigger, and then this one might also work for if you've got a pair of eyeglasses that has a Phillips driver or Phillips screw. But you always have little gadgets around that need little screws. And what this does is there's a little magnet in the bottom so it won't fall out. And so you can, got a good piece of metal to hold on to while you're turning the little screwdriver. And this is probably the best part of this whole knife, is the little drives on the back side. The front part, these things are made in China and they are really crappy. The blade steel is some kind of stainless steel. The real problem with it is this blade, does this even open this? Hopefully it fits this. The torque bit doesn't even open the drive on this particular tool. Isn't that funny? So let me find a bit that will fit it. Okay, got a bit that fits it. The problem with this is this screw continuously loosens, and when it loosens, this blade just flops around. So I'm continuously having to tighten it, and just from opening and closing it, it will eventually loosen. And it gets to the point where it will not close or it will not open. So that's a real problem for something that you're thinking of carrying, even hanging from a belt loop on the side of your hip or something. But if you have it in a pocket and you're pulling it out and this thing opens up, that could be trouble all over the place. So because of that, I never carry this with me. It's just too dangerous to carry. But I do like all the little bits that come with it because I can use those. And so what happens is this is just basically sitting around the workbench in case I need any of these little screwdrivers. Otherwise, these things are a total waste of time. They're not very good unless you have some other device or unless you need these drivers. Definitely not a
a worthwhile knife blade on here because it doesn't lock or anything. Unlike the little blade on the Whitaker, which, you know, that locks in place and it's sturdy and it's safe. You got a nice liner lock going on for it. If this blade locked and if it locked closed, it would be worthwhile. You see this thing here, you think that it's actually a lock, but nope, nothing at all. So if you see these or if you get one of these, be thankful that you have a nice set of little screwdrivers. If you need little screwdrivers, I do need the little screwdrivers, so that part is worthwhile. But as for using it or carrying it with me, something I'll never carry with me just because that blade doesn't lock. It doesn't lock closed. It doesn't lock open. It's just not very safe. In any case, there's a look at one of my little micro tools, and really it's just the set of little drivers which come in handy.
Time for a Knife Chats members only extra. Today, most of you know Skip the Show as the owner and manager of the Volcano Club, one of the sponsors of Knife Chats with Tobias. But originally, he was a YouTube sensation after being a long-time shock jock sensation, and he interviewed Knife Chats with Tobias back on December 6, 2020. And what we have here is the original ending of that interview, followed by the ending that never was.
Why don't you just end it now? Please tell me there's more to you than just this YouTube channel. Jesus, have mercy on your soul if that's it. Well, a seriously stupid question for a knife channel, Skip. Mostly we like to talk knives here at a knife channel. I mean, Knife Chats with Tobias. Maybe some.
Okay, this is where I ended up rambling on for quite some time about the Saigon Sidekick as well as the Cutco fishing knife, and also about my other hobbies such as collecting shot glasses, playing cards, and a bunch of other stuff, and talking about my family and everything else that, you know, no one really was interested in. In any case, if you want to see that, you're going to have to go and see the original video.
Hectic keeping up with everything, but I enjoy doing this, and that's one of my other hobbies is YouTubing. I like YouTube. I've got 2 channels of my own, and I like putting up content in both of them. So, yeah, there you go. I got a happy life. What about you, Skip? I mean, after all, you got your own YouTube channel, so you must. How's your life? Do I got a life? Does Skip the Show got a life? Oh, man. Does Skip the Show have a life? 1980. 50,000 watts. Heard coast to coast. Skip the Show, the greatest shock jock to ever shake the nation. And you're asking me if I got a life. And what is it now? Up to here in alimony payments. Got kids who don't even know me. My dog ran off with my girlfriend. And I'm living in the back of a 1994 Chevy Astro van. And you're asking me if I got a life. And now this is what I do for a living. Do I got a life? You're serious? That is so freaking awesome. I can't believe it. You're like living my dream life. Well, my dream life doesn't involve an Astro van. It wouldn't be an Astro van. It would be a Volkswagen microbus from the 60s. and my wife would be in the seat next to me riding shotgun, and Kitty would be in the back there, you know, doing what Kitty does. But the rest of it, man, just hitting the open roads, going wherever I want to go, doing whatever I want to do, and just being at peace with the world. It's like, wow, you stole my dream, Skip. I am jealous. Hats off to you, man. That is so cool. And you know what? I think you deserve a van warming present. So, what? The Chivas Regal, it's going to be yours. Yep, it's going to be yours. But, you know, this is a knife channel, so we also got to set you up with a knife and, you know, something to remember me by while you're out there on those open roads having all that great fun. You know, right there. Knife Chats with Tobias, official pen knife. Got a pen blade over there. Spearmaster blade on this side. You can put your own name over here, Skip. You can put Skip the Show over on this side here. And you can hang it off of your keys for your Chevy Astro van. And there it'll be there all the time. So you can remember Knife Chats with Tobias. This is all yours, Chip. Take it with you. Hit those open roads and remember me. Man, that is so cool. Dude, you serious? Really? That's awesome. The scotch too? You guys are okay. What's this now? Knife Chats with Tobias. Really, I get to keep it. You're just giving it to me. You know what? You knife guys are pretty awesome. Thanks, dude. I'll give a good shout out to your channel. Yep, this is Skip the Show, signing off. Don't forget, visit Knife Chats with Tobias. He's a great guy and a good friend. Skip out.
And now for the ending that did not air.
Long as we're asking, do you got a life? You got any other hobbies? What else is there to you besides this YouTube channel? Tell me this is not your entire life. Lord have mercy. If this is your entire life, why don't you just end it now? Please tell me there's more to you than just this YouTube channel. Jesus, have mercy on your soul if that's it. Well, a seriously stupid question for a knife channel, Skip. Mostly we like to talk knives here at a knife channel. I mean, Knife Chats with Tobias. Maybe some people want to know about me, but before I even start with that, let's show this puppy here. My Saigon sidekick. I think I've shown this before. RR1093. It's kind of like a Rough Rider's answer to the Tom Brown Tracker. Should grab a tops knife while I'm at it, you know. But there's my Saigon sidekick. Nice leather wrapped handle, or stacked leather handle rather. It's got an edge up here that's more like for a hatchet. Then you got a nice blade down here. 448 stainless steel. Totally useless saw blade there. They should have made that serrated. But there you go. Saigon sidekick. Now, as for me, got a great life. But who wants to know about all that when we can talk knives? For instance, here we got this one here. I don't think I have shown this one. Maybe I have. It's the Cutco 763. It's got a wonderful handle on there. Love the way that handle looks. Beautiful colors in it. It's a nice plastic handle of some kind. Thanks a lot for joining us today, Knife Chats with Tobias. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And it's serrated like so many. This has been one of the most riveting conversations I've had in the entire, oh God, in the entire life. I forgot the name of the show. This is so sad. What's that? This has been one of the most exciting episodes of Skip the Show we've ever had, and it's all thanks to you, Knife Chats with Tobias. Thanks again.
or just shoot me down. You're going to edit this, right, producer? You're not going to just put up the raw footage. You got to edit this. Oh, God. That's the last time we're doing something like this. You get me a real guest so I can do a real show. I'm done with this stuff. I don't care about my contract.
And that, my friends, was originally just going to be the end of Skip the Show. It was supposed to just be that one thing that I was doing with these stupid questions and everything. But quite frankly, I had a lot of fun doing the Skip the Show character, and I thought this guy could actually be useful in the future for all sorts of things. And one of the things I'm thinking of using him for is for basically he'll be the guy who is the non-knife guy looking at knives, and I'm thinking he might be the guy who ends up being the dude who um, is the guy who reviews all the gas station knives and gives them a really positive review and everything like that. So that's where I think I'm going with Skip the Show. Um, any case, would like to know your thoughts on Skip the Show, and I just thought I would show you the what was going to be the original ending of him, but I felt kind of like I need to relax it a little bit and make him turn around and start kind of liking knives a little bit and show a little interest in it, and that's why it ended the way it ended up ending instead of him storming off the set. Hope you enjoyed this, and well, I'll talk to you again soon, and let me know what you think of when it comes to the other ideas of Skip the Show and what he might also be doing other than just running the Volcano Club. Hope you enjoyed this members only extra. Thank you so much for being a loyal member of Knife Chats with Tobias.
Let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with Tobias. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.